In the car world, a lot of cars get talked about more than others, and often these cars definitely deserve the spotlight. Well, there's one car that doesn't get talked about enough in the world automotive industry, and that is the Honda Civic. The Honda Civic is a car we all know, and while we might not like, a very important car that has played a pivotal role in society for younger generations and older generations, whether it's a basic version you have or a newer version or modified version. All Honda Civics have been really important in society and the automotive industry. They started off as a biking company very long time ago, and they went in to create something that has been an automotive masterpiece.
Wow.
It's really changed a lot of people's outlook on driving and what a simplicity a car can bring you. So here are my top 5 reasons why the car is great. The Civic has been categorised since 1972, and since 2000 the Civic has been a compact car, while previously it was occupied in the subcompact car category. As of 2021, the Civic is positioned between the Honda Fit and the Honda Accord. And what's important about the Civic is that it was introduced as a 2-door coupe model, and it since changed so much, becoming Civic Type R, Civic VTIs, Civic GTIs, and SIs. The Civic has been repeatedly rebadged over the markets over the world for many years, and it's served as the basis for the Honda CRX, the Honda CRX Del Sol, as well as the Prelude, and also the CR-V. So many cars that it owes to. The Civic is one of the best-selling automobiles on the planet, and it's sold over 27 million since 1972 and up to 2021. Here are a few reasons why I believe the Honda Civic is really special. Number 1 is it saved Honda. Honda thought leaving the automotive market after the tiny N600 car model failed to impress the audience. However, a few years later, Honda used the important features from the N600 and made the Honda Civic. At the time, the car model was available as a 3 or 5-door hatch and as a station wagon, and later became Civic and launched in a variety of trim and level bodies. Number 2, it became Honda's overnight sensation. Affordability and reliability are the two things you think of when you think of a Civic, and historically, the facts about the Honda Civic include a car model that became an overnight sensation. After its launch in Japan, the Civic debuted in the USA in 1973, and this is a time when the country was facing oil crisis, strict safety and emission regulations were being put in place, and of course we had huge muscle cars that roamed the streets, so it just didn't work for the US. And this also worked in Europe as well, where we had smaller, narrow streets. So, while Detroit faced difficulty complying new laws and navigating the fuel crunch, Civic appeared as a fuel economical car, and this will set the boundaries for Civic to go on, and it could be a regular and unleaded on fuel. It's also compound as its controlled combustion engine was fuel efficient without needing any expensive or complex emissions equipped. It's a sports car icon without being a sports car. The Civic's third generation debuted in 1984, and the Honda Civic generation introduced the SI trim level. It was a sports compact trim level which churned out 91 horsepower back in the 1980s. The 3-door hatch was launched in Japan and the USA, and Civic SI became popular as an affordable performance car, thanks to its free revving engine and lightweightness. Moreover, Honda introduced another trim, which was the CRX for more performance-minded buyers. This was a 2-seater with a confident fastback body. And of course, this also included cars like the Type Rs and the special versions that are now very expensive in the JDM world. It introduced the VTEC. Honda introduced the variable timing and lift electronic control system in 1989, and much like the compound vortex controlled combustion system, Honda's displacement engines became extremely efficient with the VTEC system. Moreover, the engines performed impressively at high rev. The 1.6 litre VTEC inline 4 was available from 89 in the CRX, churning a huge 1,050 horsepower at one point. Later on, in the 90s, the car manufacturer introduced several reliable, simple and fuel-efficient VTEC engines in its lineup. Honda still uses the efficient system, obviously, today, and it's well known that it is almost considered a bit of a chavvy, bit of a yobbo engine, even though a lot of people know how important this engine is. It's also obviously been popular in Fast and Furious and other racing genres. To finish off, the final reason why I believe the Honda Civic is one of the most important cars of its time is that it is, of course, not only selling 27 million units since 1972, but it's a car for the people. Not many cars out there have been really able to fit that criteria. Whether it's a brand new electric car and it's maybe made for people in their 40s, whether it's a sports car and it's made for people in their 60s, whether it's a target audience of a learner car and a city car, the Civic kind of covers all of that. It's a car that can be high-end but also budgeted. It can be for the elderly generation and it can be for the younger generation. It could be for your midlife crisis, or it could be for someone who's at university. Literally anyone would be able to fit criteria to buy a Honda Civic because of its reliability and safety. The fact that the Honda Civic has sold this many since 1972 really is a testament to how well it has done. It's also got great resale value for most part. A lot of people want to buy one used, whether it's in bad or good condition. The sedan is a good case in point, as that is one of the most popular Japanese cars in the United Arab Emirates. The Honda Civic is really great for a lot of lineups and builds. So, for example, you can do a lot with it. It's quite interchangeable. The Civic Type Rs are really great resale for the JDM market. So really, everyone loves a Honda Civic, and these are my 5 reasons why the car deserves its own video. Hope you've enjoyed this Cars with Ben video. Don't forget to subscribe if you like car content.